Bucket naked.
Please hit the gym. Please hit the gym, and the pH needs to be balanced as well.
I've been drinking. Can't keep your eyes up right now.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to JLerone Presents. I am your host, JLerone, and you guys, if you haven't, go ahead. Welcome to the. I'm sorry, if you go. I'm tripping over here. Go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe, share. It helps the channel grow. All right, you guys, I got a video here that I just saw. This is Sholdon Daniels. He's going to be running for Texas District 30 against Jasmine Crockett. All right, so he did an interview. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at this interview that he did with this young man. And it's a trip because they exposed some things about Jasmine Crockett. Some things we might have already known before, but there's some other stuff that paint her as a fraud. They're going to go over something that she tried to represent herself as being a lawyer during the Botham Jean case, which we all know he was deleted by a police officer in his own apartment complex or in his own apartment. And she tried to say that she was one of the legal team on the legal team that was representing him. So let's go ahead and listen to what they had to say about this. If you haven't, go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe, share. It helps the channel grow. And yeah, fair use, fair use. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Now, as it pertains to character, because I want to stay kind of on that topic very briefly, I came across this story, and I'm curious if you know about it and to what degree your district is aware of this, in which a few years back, I want to say back in 2022, the family of Botham Jean, and for those who don't remember that story, Botham Jean was the young man that had his life taken by Amber Geiger, who was a police officer. She was off duty at the time. Coming home, she walked into Botham Jean's apartment, believing that it was her apartment, and ended up killing him, thinking that he was an intruder, right? Jasmine Crockett actually misrepresented herself as being one of the lawyers of Botham Jean's family, to which they had to issue out a cease and desist letter to get her to stop pretending to be their family lawyer when she wasn't. Is this something that you are aware of, and do the people of your district know about this story?
This is something that I'm aware of. Not many people in the district know about this story because the Democrats, and you need to understand something about Dallas. The local media here, from the Dallas Morning News, the Dallas Observer, 95% of our major institutional media here in Dallas, they are staunchly blue. They are 100% Democrat, and so when their darling, right, Jasmine, makes a mistake, they cover it up. You see, the story had to get broken by a journalist down in South Texas, through the Texas Tribune. That should have come out in the Dallas Morning News. But there's a reason they don't want voters informed about Jasmine Crockett, right? Now, wait until they start running polls and they start seeing how much ground I'm gaining in the district, and watch how the Dallas Morning News goes and reports on anything that they can find about me. But stuff about that happened right here in Dallas that relates to a situation that is of national interest, Dallas Morning News is completely silent on that deal. And that's just an example. And so it's part of my job to educate voters and to inform voters. And I'm telling people about that. And the more people hear about that, they're just disgusted with her because it tracks. You know, as an attorney, Jasmine came into this deal. And let me tell you something about being a lawyer. Most people assume that all lawyers are successful and rich, right? But there's a lot of lawyers out there who kind of give lawyers a bad name. It's easy for a rich person like Jasmine to get a law degree, come out, buy the fancy car, already have the Gucci bags, already being able to buy all the stuff. So people in their mind, they think that she's a successful attorney. No, she's an attorney who happens to already be really rich. She's actually not that great of an attorney, based on what people have told me. I'm not personally saying that. But it just goes to show she was willing to do anything that she could to further her brand as an attorney, even if it meant lying, right? Even if it meant holding herself out and really hurting this family, a black family, right? The people that she claims to care so much about. But she stepped right on them to further herself. And that's what she did with TX30. She stepped right on us to further herself. And people recognize that now. And so, you know, her days are numbered. And absolutely, when you're talking about character, clearly Jasmine Crockett has no character. She made fun of a guy for being in a wheelchair, something that was not of his fault at all, right? And he still has dedicated his life to public service, way more than she's ever done. It just goes to show who she is as a person. It's disgusting.
Now, the last thing that I want to ask you is this. She recently did an interview and it went viral because she was asked a very direct question concerning whether or not she has policies that she's trying to push through the House and legislation that she wants to pass, you know, for the people to move America forward. She literally said, no, I have none, and literally stated, I should really be a better politician, if I remember correctly.
Let's talk first about this session, some of your goals. Is there anything you're trying to pass? How much of it is going on offense? How much of it is going on defense, trying to stop the Republicans?
Trying to pass? No. You know, I should probably be a better politician and tell you, yes, we've got all this amazing legislation that I can absolutely imagine Donald Trump signing into law, and I'm just not gonna lie. I think that right now it is about preserving our basics and getting back some of the norms that make sure that people have food on the table, the norms that make sure that people aren't going through any extra layer of stress when it comes to figuring out education for their kids. So right now, I can tell you that unfortunately, I am not working towards very much that I would consider being the progress train. I am working to make sure that I can minimize the regress train right now.
Which is outrageous.
Those were her exact words.
Why are you a better politician?
Because I'm not an influencer, number one. You know, I'm a brass tacks. I'm a nuts and bolts fixer type guy. I'm a deal maker. For the past 11 years, I've earned the respect of all these judges and all these attorneys and all these different counties up here in North Texas for a reason, right? It's because I work hard, I show up, I go the extra mile. Most importantly, I deliver the results, right? That's the most important thing. And so Jasmine has never delivered. When she was in State House, she never passed a law. She never brought enough influence to make any noticeable change in our district. All she does is say a bunch of things that a lot of people agree with, right? So she's looking for the amen. And so she's coming into this deal with this pastor's mentality of just talk and get that amen, right? Like when she was talking about Governor Abbott, and she looks up when people kind of liked it and she sees it, and then she takes it a step further. That's what she does. Okay, but I'm not like that. You won't ever see me on the Breakfast Club. Okay, you'll see me doing my thing and trying to use my influence to help make TX30 and to help make America a better place. But for the most part, you're going to see me filing bills. You're going to see me meeting with my colleagues on Capitol Hill, trying to get things done and getting things done. And so that'll be the difference. And I'm hoping that I also inspire a bunch of other common sense, you know, red-blooded Americans to run for office and bring, at least in the House of Representatives, a certain air of respectability, right, to the office. I think, you know, the Senate is supposed to be for people who have a lot of money, right? That's like the upper house, and that's how it was designed. That's why there's two chambers to Congress. The U.S. House of Representatives is supposed to be filled with people like myself. You know what I mean? Hardworking people who have served this country, who want to go to Washington, D.C., serve for 4 or 6 years, get a lot of good work done, and then go back home to your families and do that deal. We have these career politicians like Jasmine, who clearly, obviously thought that something else was going to happen in the general and that this whole thing was going to pan out for her. She was going to make all this money and nobody was going to be able to touch her. And that's why they're all upset right now. And so that's the difference you're going to get. You're going to get somebody who's going to remind you and remind America of what a U.S. representative is really supposed to do.
Okay, so that's the end of that. So you guys, I came across that and wanted to share it with you because, like I said, Sholdon Daniels is going to be running for Texas District 30. Yeah, he's a better candidate than Jasmine. He looks like he's going to be trying to get some stuff done versus being like Jasmine, always on social media doing all these TikTok videos. But yeah, like I said, he was right about some things about her as far as her disrespect for Governor Abbott, her disrespect for Sholdon, for Byron Donalds. You know, for some reason she got a problem with this man, you know, being married to a white woman. You know, when you have Democrats, you know, that are black and they have white spouses. So I don't know. It's crazy how this woman can sit up here and, you know, basically just sprout all this racism. She talks about how racist, you know, America is and stuff like that. Yet she's on a platform by, you know what I'm saying? It ain't ran by blacks. You know what I'm saying? She's all on all these shows and, you know, this media coverage and, you know, ain't none of it ran by blacks. But, you know, she steady spewing all this, you know, white supremacy this and, you know, it's crazy. But you guys, drop some comments down below. Let me know what you think about this. And yeah, it's a trip how she tried to attach herself to the Botham Jean incident to where they had to send a cease and desist letter. And of course, Dallas County wasn't going to cover it. They're not going to say anything about it. And like Sholdon was saying, it was met by a smaller you know, East Texas Tribune, you know, news outlet. So yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, you guys go ahead, drop some comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. All right, it's your boy JLerone. JLerone presents. You guys, please be good to yourselves. By all means, let's be good to one another. And I will catch you guys in the next one. And oh yeah, that was TD Media Group that interviewed Sholdon Daniels. And yeah, you guys, I'll drop the link to his so you can see the rest of the video. It was like a 20-minute video. I think that was about like 8 minutes of it. But yeah, so yeah, go ahead and check him out. And yeah, you guys, y'all have a good one. All right, peace out.
Bucket naked.
Please hit the gym. Please hit the gym, and the pH